Let's find out how to lay out the patterns on your fabric that you designed. I had two separate pieces because I used scraps from when I cut yours out. So I kind of pinned them together to equal the fabric that you have. That's why the design doesn't match up so well. So one of two ways that your fabric was cut for you to lay out the pattern piece and cut it out. One is, and I explained this in class, you're going to fold it over so that this pattern piece and this edge right here along the black line, and you don't have to fold it over, I'm just doing it so you can see, is put right up against the fold, and then you would pin it on. And then you would fold this one in like this. Oops. And if it is not, mine's a one-way design, if yours isn't, you can fold it like this, or you can put it on here like this and cut that one out. The other way that your fabric may be cut, this one is not, is that it folds this way, and you have enough fabric to fold it this way, and this fits on it. So I was trying to be very ecological with cutting out the fabric to give you and use as much as possible and have very little waste that I had to then get rid of somehow. So if yours does not fit this way, if it seems too short and you can't fit two on, like one here and one here, then try folding it hot dog style and see if it can be cut out that way. And I didn't think about that before I asked you to create your patterns on there. So I'm going to unpin mine because that was just to show you if you had a long piece of material. And like I said, I have two short ones. How you're going to do it is, I knew you needed a specific amount. I'm matching up those edges kind of. And I am going to pin this on here, making sure that that black line is on the fold. Precision when sewing and cutting is like anything that you engineer. It has to be absolutely precise, so precision very important. It can't be close to, trust me, I do not, this is engineering of fabric. I do not want to drive over a bridge where an engineer said, close enough, then the bridge falls apart or it doesn't work well and doesn't whatever it's supposed to do. So you have to be precise. This is, yes, it seems like it's a crafty thing, but your clothes weren't made with crafting in mind. They were made with precision and exactness in mind. So this is how you're going to pin. Do you see how none of my pins are on the other side of this black line? They are going perpendicular to the line, and they are slightly, maybe a half an inch in and not near the black line. And that way, when I go to cut, I'm not cutting on a pin. So that precision is also important when you are pinning on your fabric. So you're going to cut one at a time. And it is okay to cut with your fabric scissors through this paper. And I'm going to try to cut right on that black line. Your black line is on this side. And yes, it does make a difference. This way you have to have enough pins in to hold this down so that you can get precision in your cutting. And we do not have rounded corners, so make sure that you do not have rounded corners when you're cutting. Three threads. Okay. There we go. There's one. Recycle your extra paper. And I think that Goodwill will take scrap fabric, so you may want to keep one of those lovely plastic bags that the store now makes you take. I don't know why plastic became all of a sudden an okay thing. Put it in a plastic bag and take it to Goodwill instead of putting it in the landfill. So now what do, Miss Washsmith? How do I get this pattern over here because it's on this? Well, take it off. Make sure you don't put this in your scrap fabric. So put it someplace where you're going to remember that it's not part of your scrap fabric. Fold this one also. And then, oh look, I can cut mine on the same side. Making sure that your black line is right on the fold. And then pin this one on and cut it out. You're going to do the same with the interfacing. There is no direction to interfacing, so as long as you can get two pieces cut out of that fluffy, fuzzy interfacing, you are good. That's what's going to help hold the bag so it's kind of stiff and stands up on its own, since we're not using a extra crisp fabric. So go ahead and do that for both of them, and that's how you're going to cut it out.